are back. We are back. Dear Mama Says, show number 41 right here on Score and Radar.
I got nothing funny to say.
How's you guys' week going?
Sorry to let them down.
This is Bring the House, ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio. The Score. You can also listen to us by downloading the TuneIn app. Y'all know what that is. We done talked about it like 1,000 times. I'm pretty sure the other shows have talked about it too. But we can also go over it again just for your name's sake. TuneIn app where you download, find Bring the House, and you can listen to us live or live stream us. On YouTube?
YouTube, yep.
Live stream us on YouTube. You can come see us or see partial of our heads on the camera. Well, partial of my head. You can see the top of it on the camera. And we're back on Bring the House. Matt, how was your weekend?
It was good, man. It was good. Well, we had the softball Thursday and Friday, and so we got to drive all the way to Akron. That's like over 2 hour drive. We went up there Friday, right?
It feels like over 2 hours, but it's really 2 hours.
It's 2 hours, right?
It feels like it's over 2 hours.
We get all the way up there on Friday, getting ready to stretch our legs, and there's nobody there. The game got canceled. We're like, oh, my God. The best part is covering the game. The worst part is the ride,
Yeah, that sucks. So you had to turn around and drive straight back. Like,
so
nobody contacted you guys?
No. We were Yeah, no one did, so it is what it is. We had to pick up equipment anyway, but yeah, so I was kind of beat after those 2 days of doing that back and forth, and I just kind of relaxed. Now we're here, Monday morning. Beautiful day. No, not really. It's raining outside.
Yeah, it looks like Call of Duty outside.
How about you, man?
I always say that when it rains, it looks like Call of Duty outside, like a war's getting ready to start. But I'm doing real great this weekend because football's back.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
was so glad. When I looked on the screen and seen, I was like, oh, preseason football? It was preseason, you know what I'm saying? Nothing to get too excited for, but I was happy to see it back. I was like joyful.
Well, yeah, it's football. It's my favorite sport. I mean, I'm rocking my Browns today. Yeah, so I'm
it's
excited.
Not my favorite sport, but I got an Adidas jacket. There's a lot of players sponsored by Adidas, so I feel like I'm a part of the family.
So I didn't catch the Hall of Fame game because we were at that softball thing. So
yeah,
how'd that go?
Cowboys versus Cardinals Hall of Fame game. Larry Fitzgerald didn't play. Ezekiel Elliott didn't play.
Yeah, I expected
Dak Prescott didn't play. But there a lot of the starting offensive line, a lot of starters didn't play. But there was a lot of players that contribute. Like a couple first-round picks that was in there, second-round picks for the Cardinals. They had Reddick. Reddick was their first-round pick, outside linebacker out of Temple. They had a second-round pick safety who was a high grade. He was a first-round grade, Buda Baker.
Buda Baker. Yeah.
Great name. And, he also played in the game. And Taco Charlton played, Michigan Wolverine, first-round pick for the Cowboys. Jordan Lewis didn't play for the Cowboys, and but there was other draft picks that played for the Cowboys. So it seems like you got a chance to see some of the young players,
and that's really what preseason's for, anyway.
Because young players trying to prove themselves, trying to make a team. You know what surprised me is Blaine Gabbert.
Oh yeah, really?
Blaine Gabbert played very well in this game, well in this game. He went 8 for 8. I think like his first 8 passes, 8 for 8. 2 touchdowns, touchdown, and led 2 touchdown drives, went 8 for 8, 147 yards. He did his thing in the game, and I was surprised by that. So that's a good security for a team to know that you got a backup that can at least come in and do it if needed to. So that backup spot pretty much on lock for the.
Good for him, man. I always threw him under the bus. I was just.
You was rightfully so because he's only 8-31 as a starter.
Yeah,
But he is a veteran. He's been in the game, so I guess teams you rather have a veteran that been in the game, that knows the ropes, rather than somebody who's just getting in and trying to learn. Kellen Moore was a starter for the Cowboys. Kellen Moore was the Boise State sensational quarterback. He went 50-3 throughout his college tour.
He's a lefty too. Lefties unite.
Won a lot of games for Boise State, and he didn't play that. He played all right. I'll say he played all right. He didn't light up the field, but he managed the game. And
did they score?
I don't think he's a reliable. Yeah, they scored. They won the game 20-18.
Nice.
They won the game. They got put right up on, and then the Cardinals started putting the backups in. I guess that's how you want to put it. The backups. And
6, 7 string guys.
Then they lost the game. But the Dallas offensive line looks sensational like usual. Bryce Butler was a receiver who started in the place of Dez Bryant as a league receiver the game, and he played really well. That's a bright spot when you got a receiver that's like third or fourth on the depth chart who can come in the game and dominate DBs. And he's a big guy. He's 6'3", about 210, 215. Got some speed, and he has some elevation, makes some impressive catches. Gathers the tight end for the tight end out of Baylor. He played basketball for Baylor. Baylor's leading rebounder.
A lot of these basketball players convert to tight end.
Yeah, and he's I guess he's been impressing the Cowboys, and he had some impressive catches also in that game. So the Cowboys are actually, they look like they got some depth on their side. Nice. They got some young defensive backs that play well, some defensive linemen that play well. Cardinals got some so both teams got some good players. So these teams I expect to be in the playoffs at the end of the season, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Because Cardinals are Cardinals are always a threat.
If Palmer stays healthy, they might make it all the way to the Super Bowl, man.
You say what?
They might make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
I don't know about that. Palmer always puts people in doubt when it gets to the playoffs, but they're going to make it. They will make it because they have a defense. Tyrann Mathieu, quote unquote, said he's the best player in the world.
Honey Badger.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with, but I love his confidence. I mean,
confidence is good, but he's not the best player.
To me, first you got to finish the season before you start talking about I'm the best player.
He is one of the best players, but he's not the best player.
I take that back. He's one of the best safeties.
Yeah. One
of the best safeties. I wouldn't say players. You could hit him in like the defensive back realm, but one of the best players, I don't think so. He had a hard time finishing the season, but when he's on the field, he's a very impact player. But I wouldn't put him in front of the Earl Thomases, the Cam Chancellors, the Eric Berry. Eric Berry's probably the best safety in the league at this moment, right now.
I would have to. Yeah, I could see that.
I'll put Eric Berry at the top of the list, and then I'll put someone like Earl Thomas. Then you got Harrison from the Minnesota Vikings. There's a lot of good safeties out there. It's a safety-built league. There's a lot of good safeties out there, and I don't know if I can put him up top. London Collins may be the second best safety in the league.
Jabril Peppers, man.
Jabril Peppers. We'll see how this.
He actually looked good in the scrimmage.
We got to see how this year goes,
because
you know what I'm saying. Because I mean, it's Browns practice.
I know.
The offense isn't that good already, so I guess it won't be that hard to read and fly around. You got to wait till they get on that field against Ben Roethlisberger and see where who we gonna fly and see he can take out a couple open field tackles on Antonio Brown.
We'll see.
Then that's something to talk about. But the Cardinals, they got a good defense. They got a good offense set up. They got a lot of talent. I don't see them not making the playoffs. And the Cowboys too. Ezekiel Elliott, and they also they got reliable backup running backs. Because say Ezekiel Elliott's facing suspension, he may be facing 6-game suspension under the what is that? Domestic violence policy
the
of the
whole
NFL.
Suit, yeah.
Even though he may get acquitted of it, or he may not get any legal charges, but it violates the rules in the NFL about the domestic violence. Whatever the guidelines they have there. The NFL has a lot of guidelines, so he may miss up to 6 games. 2 to 6 games, maybe. They're deciding on that now. So if he misses, I feel like they'll be just fine. They got Alfred Morris as a former Pro Bowler. He had a couple 1,000-yard seasons with the Redskins, and he's still able to run. Derek McFadden still got some left in his tank, and they ran pretty well. They didn't run bad last night. They ran
especially
pretty well
with that
last
line.
night.
I mean, you could put me back there. I could find a hole.
Rod Smith is the brother of Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame linebacker. He's the brother of Jalen Smith, and he ran pretty well last night. They had 3 running backs that came in the game, and they played pretty well. I don't see Dallas hurting on that running back chart. And also, you got the Cardinals on their running back chart. They had they got Andre Ellington. They got Chris Johnson.
And they got David Johnson, right?
They got Kenyon Williams. They got T.J. Logan. They got a lot. They got good young running backs.
They're stacked.
They got good young running backs. So both teams are those are featured teams that you may see at the end of the season when you talk about 11-5, 11-12-4 teams. They may be one of those teams to be at the top of the list. But when we come back from break, we're going to get into more deep NFL talk. And I'm going to ask Matt, who would he take? Would you take Cutler or Kaepernick?
Oh.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Nasty Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter account. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Does your son or daughter struggle with nerves when it comes to competing in sports? If so, it's important to know that this is perfectly normal. In fact, professional athletes struggle with the very same anxieties that your son or daughter does while competing. Nerves are a result largely because of cognitive appraisals, and what that means is how we perceive things often dictates how our bodies will respond. You might want to think of this as fight or flight. In fact, when I work with athletes, I ask them, do they view pressure situations as challenges or do they see them as threats? If they view them as challenges, they often gain confidence, sharpen their focus, and become even more motivated to succeed. But if they see the situation as threatening, that's when anxiety creeps in and usually compounds matters. So it's important that you look at skills that can help, including deep breathing, using imagery, and reminding your child of the importance of positive self-talk.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit BeOnAir.com.
Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a new career? Not just a job, but a fulfilling career? If you want to work in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production, you need to check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus today. Their updated radio and television broadcasting program will even have you ready to work in a field you'll love in just 8 months. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios today to see it for yourself. Visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
The Ohio Media School presents the inaugural Mastermind Exhibition, brought to you by the Pixel Design Group, Thursday, August 17th, 2017, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. This year's theme is BYOA, Bring Your Own Audience. As a media professional or someone aspiring to be one, you don't want to miss the 3 breakout sessions at Mastermind Exhibition, led by top-notch media professionals that will teach you how to digitize your brand, entertain your audience, and find your audience. For more information and to RSVP for this free event, call 614-655-5250 and follow us on all social media platforms. Act now. Seats are limited.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Do you like talking Buckeyes?
Yes! Oh my God!
So do we. Just not all the time.
We're home for the largest variety of sports talk. This is the new generation of sports talk radio.
New generation of sports talk radio.
ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The Score.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mr. Shig on the mic. And here with Matt.
What's up?
Breaking the house, the new generation of sports talk radio, the ScoreOnAir.com.
We got a new giveaway as well.
Tell them about that new giveaway.
Well, I think it's the same kind of shirt that we had last week.
Is that the cover 5?
Cover 5. Every point of every game matters.
Just show them the shirt for the live streaming.
There you go.
Wherever that's
It's pretty cool. Ohio State Buckeye colors. You know how to do it, right? Do we have to say it again? Of course we got to say it again.
We don't have to say it again.
You got to text SCORE to 614-641-0674. That's 614-641-0674, and you will be entered for a chance to win the shirt.
It's a limited edition.
It is.
So don't pass it up.
I'm going to fold this up.
Everybody needs a shirt. Nobody wants to pay $5 for another shirt. or how much everybody pays. But back to the original question. We left you last segment with a little sneak tease. I'm going to ask Matt again.
Yep. Okay.
Jay Cutler or Colin Kaepernick? Who would you rather have on your team?
Now, let me get into this a little bit, okay? I think Cutler is a serviceable quarterback.
Serviceable?
Serviceable, but he's out of his prime. I mean, he's just now getting to camp now, so he's going to be a little rusty. I don't see him playing the first preseason game at all.
Oh, by far. I don't see him playing at all in preseason.
And then, honestly, if it were me, I would take Kaepernick. I would. I think Kaepernick's a better player. He's younger. He actually have a future with him. I think he's better than Tannehill. I really do. I'm not a Tannehill fan, so I guess you can go for that. But I understand all the drama that surrounds Kaepernick right now, and why teams probably don't want to sign him, just because it's going to, all the players are going to be asked about it. He's going to be asked about it practically every time. It's going to be a big distraction, which I think is really sad, because he's a talented player, and he's got potential to be really great if he puts his mind to it. So I would have taken Kaepernick.
So and I'm gonna break this down football wise before I get into the other way to break it down. Football wise, if you want to break down Cutler, now Cutler is a gunslinger.
He never went to the Super Bowl either.
He never went to the Super Bowl. He went far in the playoffs. Cutler is a gunslinger. Back when he was playing for the Broncos, he was a gunslinger. He wasn't he was actually a better quarterback back then. I really liked him back then. And then he got traded to the Chicago Bears. And early with the Chicago Bears, he wasn't bad. I mean, he wasn't like spectacular or nothing, but he's a gunslinger. He's a slinger, so he's going to throw you about a good 35 passes a game, 35, 40 passes a game, probably like 200, 300 yards. He's an average. He's a gifted quarterback coming out of college, coming out of Vanderbilt. He's
got a cannon for an arm.
He's a gifted quarterback. So when it comes down to arm accuracy and stuff like that, he is better than Kaepernick. When it comes down to
but reading the field.
Reading the field, I think he makes too much impulsive decisions. I think it's impulsive. He makes impulsive decisions when he throws the ball, and I think he's too quick to sling it.
Yeah.
And that's when it brings the – he threw 146 interceptions in his career.
I heard a take that this guy was saying, and it actually makes a lot of sense. I agree with him. He said, the coaches would have to cut the field in half for him because he just couldn't read the full field. And that's why he would throw it so fast, because he would just be like, this is the guy I'm going to.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
He tried to force it. Because back then he had receivers like Alshon Jeffries, a young Alshon Jeffries. He had a Brandon Marshall in his prime. He had Bennett, the former New England Patriot, the now Green Bay Packer, tight end. He had Matt Forte as his running back. Jaquez Rogers. He had some playmakers on his team, and
they just couldn't get it done.
It's kind of hard because as a quarterback you're expected to be a leader. So when I feel like being a leader. And he never really led that team anywhere.
No, I don't see him being a very good leader. I mean, he's a decent player.
See, the reason why I choose Kaepernick is because his mobility. As the Dolphins, I watched the Dolphins last year. I also watched them as they beat my L.A. Rams last year. I watched that whole game.
Still weird for you to say L.A. Rams, isn't it?
Yeah, L.A. Rams. Like I paused. I'm about to say St. Louis. And the Dolphins' offensive line isn't the greatest.
No.
They got a rookie tackle. They had a rookie tackle last year, Tunzel, who was a first-round pick, and he was getting abused for most of last season.
I think he's going to come into his own this year.
He may come into his own, but last year he was getting abused, and if we go by last year, he's going to get abused this year.
It's very possible.
And because they play in a tough. First of all, they play in a tough division. Dolphins are in a tough division. New England Patriots reload on defense every year.
Yes, they do.
They reload on defense. The Jets' defensive line is no joke. It's the New York Giants aren't in the division. Who else is in the division? It's the Dolphins, Jets. It's the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills defensive line is also no joke.
I will confirm that for you.
It's the Buffalo Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots.
Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots.
And last year, it seemed like Tannehill was on the run a lot. And then when Tannehill got hurt last year, the backup quarterback was on the run a lot. So for a team like that with an offensive line that isn't complete, Colin Kaepernick seems like the perfect fit. Or you go and get RG3 for all we care.
Oh.
But you get a mobile quarterback. A mobile quarterback. That way it eases up on the offensive line. The offensive line, they're going to work hard, but then the quarterback can always bail them out. Jay Cutler's not mobile. Jay Cutler's he's unexpectedly athletic, but he's not mobile.
I was so excited about RG3 last year, man, because like when he was coming out, me and my buddy both, we were like, man, we got to get RG3. We got to get RG3. We wanted him so bad. Yeah, and then we're like, whoa, we got him. You know, we got him. Hey, he's still young. Yeah, he could still do this. Yeah, no.
But the first game, RG3 didn't play bad. Against the Eagles last year,
we did have a terrible line. He was running for his life.
The season opener, he didn't play bad last year. He threw a couple good deep passes, couple good passes. But see those reliable targets now are gone. You're talking about Terrell Pryor. You're talking about Barnidge.
Yeah,
Barnidge in talks with signing with the Ravens.
We got Njoku if he can hold on to the ball. Here he's been dropping it a lot.
The only issue is he ain't proven.
No.
Barnidge is a Pro Bowl tight end.
Yeah. Well, is Barnidge on a team now?
He's a free agent. Last time I checked, he is in talks with the Ravens signing. They worked him out and stuff like that. But so when it comes down to, I feel bad for the Dolphins. Period.
Yes, but I didn't really see him doing much this year anyway, so I really didn't.
So Browns training camp.
Oh yeah.
They said they had a scrimmage. You see Jabril Peppers running around.
He did really good. I watched some of it live on Twitter. I'll tell you what. Breaking news today: Osweiler's named the starter, and I called this after watching the scrimmage.
I feel like that was going to happen because he has the most experience.
He was with the twos, and the twos were taking on the ones on defense, okay? And then the ones on offense were taking on the twos on defense.
Oh.
The ones on offense didn't score any points. They could barely move the ball. There was a couple plays at the end. Kaiser made some good throws. But Osweiler led them to scoring drive like every time he was on the field. Like, well, I mean, no touchdowns, but it was field goal.
Yeah, but
against the number one defense. I'm like, man, Kessler looked like Kessler. Little dinky dunks, didn't really throw it far.
Right.
You know, taking too long. He definitely took a couple sacks, in my opinion, and I was like, oh man, now you got to go with Osweiler. He looked better than all.
Once you break it down, how good is the drop off from the starting offensive line to the second string offensive line?
Oh my gosh,
that's the important. Joe Thomas is not on that second string offensive line.
No.
He makes a big difference on your blind side. As a quarterback.
It's like it's completely worse, dude. Like our starting offensive line is going to be awesome. Crow's going to run like crazy. Our secondary offensive line, that's why it's so impressive what Osweiler did. Driving down the field, you know, with that crappy line, with Myles Garrett beaming down, you know. And
I could see. There's other quarterback situations going on in the NFL, which is going on a lot around the NFL. Also, Watson, the rookie from Clemson, national champion.
Yeah, how's he doing?
And Tom Savage. Tom Savage was told to the media by DeAndre Hopkins that he thinks Tom Savage should be the starter.
Okay.
The reason why he thinks Tom Savage should be the starter because he's been here and he also got the team into the playoffs a couple times and played a couple playoff games. So then we're going with experience over expectations.
He's definitely serviceable. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think it's also a setup because Deshaun Watson is eventually going to beat us. You don't draft the quarterback you don't draft the quarterback in the first round. So basically, if Tom Savage don't do his job in the first 2 games, he's gone.
Oh yeah.
Or if
maybe a little more.
Or if he doesn't produce in the preseason when it starts getting to like starter rehearsals, because the third preseason game, the fourth game.
Game 3 is the big one.
Yeah, they start. That's when they play probably for like 3 quarters. The starters play for three, like 2.5, 3 quarters before they take the starters out, and that's when they really that's like a dress rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
If Tom Savage don't perform, then I see Deshaun Watson starting on that football team, and I feel like he will start by the end of the 2017, 18 season.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Kaiser as well. Because Brown's history of quarterbacks, they always get hurt. We've got a better line now, so we'll see. But I don't know. Unless Osweiler is the starter and he does really, really good, then we probably and he stays healthy, we probably won't see Kaiser.
You probably will see Kaiser, but I feel like you will see Kessler. I feel like Kaiser's going to be put on the back burner for a majority of the season because they want to see if Osweiler can't lead the team. He can't. Okay, boom, we go to Kessler because Kessler didn't play bad in some games last year. No, Kessler was impressive in some games. Okay. He couldn't finish the game, but he didn't play bad. He led the offense pretty well.
Well, that's why I was thinking. I was like, okay, he could do this with a better line, you know. And he just looked terrible, man. He just does. He actually looks worse than he did last year. in my opinion. Maybe
Worse?
it's too much pressure.
It's practice. Maybe it's a bad day. You never know. Maybe it is a lot of pressure that he wants to play. Everybody wants to be the starter. Even every backup in the world will tell you that they want to be the starter. I don't know a backup in this world that would be like, oh, I'm settled with being number 2. Everybody wants to be number 1 as a starter. When we come back from break, we're going to get into the Steelers, Cincinnati, and Ravens. No, that whole division. Since we just covered the Browns, we're going to cover all those other teams, according to Matt. They call them the other teams, and we're also going to get into upcoming preseason games.
I'll just take a break for that segment.
The games that we're looking forward to in the upcoming preseason. This is Bring the House.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
Oh, wait.
I.O.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
NWA Midwest Championship Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE, and we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes hand in hand with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio from across the country. From Miami to Denver to Chicago and Cleveland. You'll hear all the top shows from all of our college stations. For more information on the Ohio Media School, go to BeOnAir.com. Be On Air Network, bringing you the best college radio has to offer.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
The Cincinnati Reds notched a 9-1 win over the Pirates on Tuesday, August 1st. Rookie right fielder Jesse Winker contributed by swatting his first home run in the Bigs. This was the 4th time the Reds' number 6 prospect has been called up this season, and Winker appreciates the opportunity to contribute to the club.
It's huge. You know, it's something you wait for ever since you're a kid. It's the opportunity to play in the big leagues and get the opportunity to show that you belong and that you can help contribute. So it's going to take it day by day and play hard and see where the chips fall.
The Reds played 2 more games in Pittsburgh before beginning a 3-game homestand against St. Louis. In a memorable game at Fenway, the Tribe fell 12-10 on a walk-off 3-run homer by Red Sox catcher Christian Vázquez. The seesaw game was back and forth between the two clubs and saw a contender for Catch of the Year when the Indians' Austin Jackson jumped into Boston's bullpen to rob Hanley Ramirez of a home run. The Tribe holds first place in the AL Central by 2 games. They will host the Yankees at home for 4 games starting on Thursday. And legendary Notre Dame football coach Ara Parseghian has died at age 94. He won national titles in 1966 and 1973 and retired in 1974 with a record of 95, 17, and 4. He was known as one of the Holy Trinity of Notre Dame's coaches, along with Newt Rockne and Frank Leahy. This has been Monger Squiz with your Score Center update.
So, remember that shirt we was talking about? Cover 5, every point of the game matters. Well, we got a football with it.
Yeah.
Ohio State football.
Didn't see the football in the back over there.
Yeah, it was kind of like a forgotten item. But let's show the football.
All right.
Show the football real fast.
Got it. Grab it.
The Ohio State football.
It's a youth
It's on the
football.
screen. It's a good football. It's a youth junior size football. But you can still play with it on the cookouts and stuff. Grab the kids and go play toss, something like that.
Or take it to a game and get it signed.
If you want the football, text score on there 614-641-0674. 641-0674. Put the 614 in front of it. This is Columbus. But let's get in. Before we get into these preseason games we're talking about, we got the Ravens also started training camp. Every NFL team really should be in training camp, but the Ravens, Cincinnati, and what is it? Steelers.
Yeah.
The forgotten Bumblebees.
Oh man.
All
The
reported to
jailbreak
camp.
uniform.
Steelers, Le'Veon Bell still haven't showed up to camp yet, which is a big issue. If you was a Steelers fan, you should be worried about that.
I'm happy.
How
about
long?
that.
How long is he going to hold out? Antonio Brown's back on his game. They got a lot of good players coming back. They also had a nice little draft with Juju Smith from USC. Good wide receiver, good big body wide receiver. It's a good compliment. He's going
Is
to be.
that his
He's
real
going to
name or is that a nickname?
No, that's his nickname, Juju.
Okay, I was like,
Juju Shoemeister Smith.
okay.
Or is it Juju Smith Shoemeister?
I was
think
getting
it's
worried about humanity.
I think it's Juju Smith Shoemeister. I'm gonna get that right. But he's a good third option because Martavius Bryant is back. Martavius Bryant is a big threat on any play because his speed and his size. He's 6'4", and the man can run and he can jump, and he's a mismatch nightmare for defensive backs. Put him opposite side of Antonio Brown. That offense may be at an elite level, even without Le'Veon Bell. They got the rookie James Conner in the backfield. The coaches are high upon him.
That's the guy
especially
we were talking about, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the cancer, he came back, a strong guy. It's especially now that Le'Veon Bell really hasn't showed up yet. It's a big deal. The Ravens suffer some running back injuries.
Good.
Dixon, running back, out for season.
Out for season.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Practice injuries, training camp. These training camp injuries take a toll. Joe Flacco going to be the starter, of course, but they haven't found a really good backup for him. Which they need to find a good backup for him.
They were so close to signing Kaepernick, but the owner came in and said,
"Yeah,
nope.
the owner shut that down." But that's a whole other issue.
I think he will get picked up before the season starts. There's going to be some guys that go
He
down.
will get picked up. I feel like it may be one of these teams, maybe in this division. Ben Roethlisberger's getting up there in age. He contemplating retirement. The Cincinnati Bengals, Andy Dalton's he's still pretty young.
He's young, but
Andy
inconsistent.
Andy Dalton's still pretty young, but it seems like Marvin Lewis is like set. He is set on Andy Dalton, so he's not going anywhere. On their defensive side, they got a lot of players. Adam Pac-Man-Jones is 33 years old.
Man, he's that old now?
He is 33 years old. Still playing at a
Time is
decent
flying.
level. Though. He's playing at a decent level. He is not. He's playing at a good level. Pro Bowl returner. He's playing at a good level. So ages to him is probably nothing but a number. He's playing really good. He's one of my favorite defensive backs in the league. I love his
He's
intensity.
staying out of trouble now. That's good.
Montez Burfict, Buford, whatever he is, the dirty guy, what everybody considers him to be dirty. Leading the linebacker core. They got Geno Atkins still at the defensive line. The defensive line will still be good. They got Michael Johnson at the end. The defensive line for the Bengals will still be good. The safety position, they'll still be good. So I don't see them defensively, I don't see them falling off much. They just need to clean together a bit more. Offensively, AJ Green is still gonna still gonna dominate. They got a lot of playmakers. Gio Bernard. They added Joe Mixon, which is a good add out the backfield. Maybe could be like a good slot receiver, turn into one of those where he's like a hybrid receiver, running back type. Gino Bernard, like a hybrid running back receiver type. They got some good players.
I forgot the Ravens got Macklin. I was so mad, man.
The Ravens did get Macklin
because I wanted the Browns to pick him
I
up.
forgot all about that. That is a big pickup.
Yeah, it's
especially
huge.
in replacement of Steve Smith.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big pickup. In replacement of Steve Smith, they got Jeremy Macklin. Picked him up off the Chiefs. The Chiefs waived him, released him, and the Ravens picked him up. I think that's a good pickup because now they can really stretch the field. Macklin got speed to stretch the field. You got Macklin. You got Mike Wallace. They got a nice little receiving core.
Looking pretty nasty.
The receiving core there. The tight ends, a little unhealthy, but they're trying to build that offensive line. It's still a nice little questionable part on that offense. Running backs with the injuries is really questionable now. They got a lot of young running backs there. Defensively, they're getting old. I mean, the defensive backs are still young. Jimmy Smith is leading the defensive backs. He could be a Pro Bowl player this year again. He's a really good corner. He had a really good high grade last year when he played. But their linebackers, defensive line, they did get Calais Campbell. Mm-hmm. Calais Campbell's a huge pickup. He's a dominant defensive tackle. He played for the Cardinals, and he dominated. That man is big. Calais Campbell's 6'8".
He's 6'8". Whoa, baby.
6'6", 6'8". Man, that's a big boy. He's a big body defensive tackle who can stuff the middle. That's a great pickup. But they're still a little up there in age when you talk about Terrell Suggs. They let go of Elvis Dumerville. So it's Ravens. I don't see the Ravens making the playoffs. I don't see Cincinnati.
Old, man.
I don't see Cincinnati making the playoffs.
Really?
I do see the Steelers making the Steelers are going to go far in the playoffs because Martavius Bryant is a big pickup to have back.
And the Browns are going 10-6, and they're going to make the wild card.
That is a bold prediction that I think will not happen. It may go the other way around.
That year, whenever
they'll go 6-10.
In 2007, no one thought they were going to go 10-6.
Yeah, they still didn't make the playoffs.
I know, they just barely missed it.
They got cheated out. I feel like once you win 10 games, you should make a playoff. Which preseason game you looking forward to coming up this weekend?
Well,
starting
besides
Wednesday.
the Browns, obviously, but see, I was gonna say the Bears and the Broncos because I want to see what this rookie Trubisky can do, but that's at the same time as so I might flip back.
They got a lot invested.
But I'm actually kind of excited to see what the Raiders do.
Oh, Marshawn, I don't
think he's going to play.
That's a good question. I wonder. They haven't told any news out there on that or who's going to play.
Maybe week 3 he'll play, but I definitely want to see what that's all about.
Yeah, I really will. That is what to look forward to. I'm looking forward to, besides the L.A. Rams, which they're playing on the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to Wednesday, Houston and California.
Yeah.
Not going to say California, Carolina.
You did that during break, too.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I said California.
Yeah.
My mind is on Houston and California. Houston and Carolina. Look at Houston, Carolina, because I want to see Deshaun Watson most likely better play. I mean, technically.
Yeah, absolutely.
He better play. It's a quarterback competition. They need that. They need to get every bit of film to evaluate both quarterbacks. So Deshaun Watson better play.
And McCaffrey.
Fuller, the wide receiver from Notre Dame, drafted out of Notre Dame for
Will
Houston,
Fuller.
is injured. He's out for season.
Oh, man, I did not know that.
He broke his collarbone.
Oh, man,
that is a blow. He's out from what the report says. He's out to 3 to 6 months, which is basically the season.
Yeah.
So he's out. Basically, you might as well be out the season because then you got to have time to come back and do all that. So Will Fuller's out. So now Braxton Miller will have to step up. Braxton Miller, Jalen Strong. They'll have to step up at the receiver
Miller
position.
actually had some good plays
He had
last
some
year.
good plays. He also has some injury issues too, which is that shoulder started to flash back.
Yeah.
So DeAndre Hopkins going to need some help. So somebody has to step up. They got Lamar Miller in the backfield. That's going to be a game to look forward to. And for Carolina, Christian McCaffrey, of course, Curtis Samuel, and their defensive backs is going to be a big thing to look at because they was garbage last year. Garbage. You want to talk about trash? The defensive backs was trash. They need. They got it. They young. It was young. To their defense, they was young. They had 2 rookies, and about other people was like second year players, third year players. So they was young. Kurt Coleman was a disappointment last year.
You know what I'm kind of looking forward to seeing too, is the Vikings because. They still have Sam Bradford.
They got Sam Bradford. They got Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, but Sam Bradford, he's not going to be starting.
They also got Latavius Murray, the running back that used to be with the Raiders. So they do have some things to look forward to.
Yeah.
When we come back from break, we are going to talk a little bit college football before we get into the other sports that we call other sports. We're going to talk a little bit college football expectations for the Buckeyes, the Big Ten this year. Or Bring the House.
This is Reflog18, and you are listening to Score on Air.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit beonair.com today to get started. That's beonair.com.
What's good, Big Game James?
How you feeling, D.O. Jr.?
My guy, I'm super excited. High school sports is starting back, man.
Man, I'm even more excited because we got this new show starting. Tell the people what we doing, D.O. Jr.
Man, we starting the Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS.
That's right. We're covering football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and track and field. If it's in season, we own it.
Hey, you know we do this for the kids, man. You can listen live by going to scoreonair.com via the TuneIn app or watch us streaming live by going to the Score on Air YouTube channel, the COHSS. Giving you nothing less, showcasing Central Ohio's best.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Probably not a week goes by where we don't hear of some story in the sports world about an athlete using steroids or some other performance-enhancing drug. Unfortunately, a lot of these same stories have trickled down to youth sports, and we see an increasing number of kids turning to different means and measures to help improve their sport performance. Steroids, HGH, and even some of the ADHD drugs like Vyvanse, Adderall, and Ritalin have been used to improve focus and on-field performance. It's important that parents watch what their kids are taking, especially when it comes to nutritional supplements. Keep in mind these are not governed by the FDA, and in many cases we don't have enough research to tell whether there will be long-term negative effects. Train right, eat right, do moderate weight training and solid cardio work, and you'll be in the best position to get the most out of your youth sport experience.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
The Score wants to make you, you, a winner. Each week, ScoreOnAir.com is giving away a prize pack that'll knock your socks off.
Ouch, hey, that hurt.
How? First of all, like us on Facebook, and every Monday we will pin up a post to the top of our feed, updating you on what the week's prize and contest details are. Now here, take your socks back. A winner will be selected every week at 7 p.m. Friday on our combat sports show, Tyson's Punch-Out. So give us a call or text to get qualified. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. Here's how to qualify. Message us on Facebook at Your Score on Air or Twitter, also at Your Score on Air with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth. Or you can just simply call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to qualify to win T-shirts, sporting memorabilia, and more. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score. The Ohio Media School wants you to be part of the first ever Mastermind exhibition on August 17th, 2017 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the Columbus campus. We are teaming up with experts in radio, television, and digital media to help you identify, entertain, and leverage an audience to promote your personal brand. This year's theme is BYOA, Bring Your Own Audience. Don't miss the first ever Mastermind exhibition on August 17th, 2017 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Ohio Media School.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio in Columbus. Online sports radio, WSOA ScoreOnAir.com, the Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit beonair.com today to get started. That's beonair.com.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports.
Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state.
In the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Bring the house, Marshawn, Matt with me.
Hey.
And we're going to dig into a little bit of college football, keeping it all football for this first hour. Ohio State Buckeyes, Big Ten, everybody, all college football teams right now are in camp. They're all reported to camp. It's early August. Those who play college football or who played high school football should be two-a-days.
Yeah.
A lot of practicing going on, a lot of hitting is getting around that hitting time, a lot of pads being heard around the campuses.
How long have they been in camp now?
I'm not completely sure. I think it's been about a week.
Okay.
been about a week or so, because they report like late July, and then they really start getting into it when it comes down to August. Because games is next month.
Yeah, it's coming
September
up quick.
September 2nd, September
I don't really
1st.
follow like the technical
August
news
29.
of college, but I like watching it. You know, every now and then I'll pop
Right.
it on,
Is
especially
it-
when the playoffs kick up now.
Oh, it's a lot going on in college football now. A lot of pads being heard, and Buckeyes reported. All the Big Ten teams should report it, so we're going to keep it Big Ten style here.
Tate Martell,
who I think is going to end up, even if it's not him, it's going to be the other guy, the other quarterback behind
Barrett,
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow may end up being the starter.
We'll see. So Tate
'Cause-
Martell, he just got.
Because I know J.C. Barrett, cool and all. J.C. Barrett, cool.
I think he's
no,
gonna
I
have a
get
good year.
Ohio State. They respect what he has done, know how he has accomplished for Ohio State. But people are always about looking it forward. People are always about what's next.
Oh yeah.
So especially if you got a young quarterback or somebody younger than him. Joe Burrow's a sophomore. He was highly recruited out of high school. Joe Burrow's a sophomore. You got Dwayne Haskins. He was highly recruited out of high school. He's very athletic, 6'3", 214. The man can run also. Then you got Tate. So you got Tate Martell. So you got good high qualified quarterbacks behind him.
It seems like Ohio State always has that though. They've
That's
never
true.
really had it at a year
Most
where
of
they
the
had a
most of the
bad
top most of the top teams most top teams keep good quarterbacks, but JT Barrett's on his way out, and I feel like
This is last year.
it's his team right now. Urban Meyer's going to give him the keys to crash.
I think he's going to have a really good year compared to what he did last year. I mean, he didn't do that good.
I don't think he's going to have it. I think he's going to have a bad season.
Oh man, that's
the reason
you're a
why.
Michigan fan.
The reason why I think he's going to have a bad season. Out of all the quarterbacks that play for Ohio State, Braxton Miller forever be my favorite.
Yeah, Braxton Miller.
I always thought he should have stayed at quarterback. But when JT Barrett took over, all right. But I think JT Barrett is a game manager. I don't see him as a real playmaker. He's a game manager. The reason why I see him as a game manager is because he doesn't read defenses. JT Barrett snaps the ball and he throws. He snaps the ball, he turns, and he throws.
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
But when you want to talk about the top teams, you want to talk about the Alabama quarterbacks, you forced to read. Lane Kiffin, you want to talk about a Lane Kiffin offense that was being ran last year? The Alabama quarterbacks was forced to read. You want to talk about Clemson, Dabo Swinney, Deshaun Watson was reading defenses.
Deshaun Watson did really good last year.
That's what I'm saying. We want to talk about
I think he's going to turn out to be a pretty decent
you want to talk
quarterback in
about
the
those top teams? Even we can go back into Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor read defenses. I was watching some of the old Terrell Pryor film. He may not throw the prettiest ball at all. He didn't throw a pretty ball, but he read defenses. I seen Braxton Miller read defenses, make the right pass. Make the right pass, and he make the right decisions. It's kind of hard to really see JT Barrett really make things happen.
I had to pop over there to check it because you got the roster up. I was looking at this video of Tate Martell. He is a little dude.
He is little, 5'11",
He's tiny.
205, but he never lost a high school football game in all 4 years.
That's fine. That's high school.
He started all 4 years.
How's he going to see over these giant
He didn't start.
linemen?
You know what? Drew Brees was 5'11".
5'11".
5'11", Rose Bowl champion at Purdue.
He looks like
You
a
would've-
little kid out there.
Well,
Oh,
he's.
man.
I'm pretty sure he may get redshirted. Because there's two other talented quarterbacks. One's 6'3". One is 6'3", and Joe Burrow's 6'3". Haskins 6'3".
So he was the best quarterback coming out, Tate Martell, huh?
Number 1, 5-star recruit.
Man, he's so tiny.
So when you talk about, I mean, he must have something special about him.
Yeah.
So I guess he may be red. I see him being redshirted, but I don't see JT Barrett starting at the end of the season. I see Joe Burrow impressed during the spring game.
You don't think he's going to finish the season?
I don't think.
Because of health,
I think.
or because
I think
of-
it's because he's a fifth. First of all, he's a fifth-year senior. Urban Meyer shown history. I think we talked about this in the past. Urban Meyer shown history of starting players younger with talent over. He made the decision to make Braxton Miller switch.
Yeah, but Braxton.
He made the reason why he made
went
that
with it. He
decision.
was cool
The
with
reason
it.
why he made that decision. Braxton Miller had the shoulder injury, of course, but also he felt JT Barrett was better.
Mhm.
Cardell Jones. He started Cardell Jones because he felt Cardell Jones was better. He had no fear, no matter what your accolades are, what you achieve. Chris Leak. He sat Chris Leak. Chris Leak was an accomplished quarterback at Florida, by the way. Chris Leak, he sat Chris Leak for Tim Tebow. Can't say it was a bad decision, but he done it. Let's talk about the decision that he made. Alex Smith.
Well, we'll see,
Alex
man.
Smith was started over the older quarterback at Utah.
We will see. So, wait, Cardell got traded, didn't he?
Cardell got traded. He's with the Chargers, though.
That's right. He's with the
Got traded
Chargers.
with the Chargers. So it seems Urban Meyer is going to be. Urban Meyer got a talented young team. It's a talented team. I feel like they're not gonna lose many games. I see them losing one game at the most, 1 or 2 games at the most, and that's possibly what Iowa may be a trap game. Iowa's going to be.
They're going undefeated, baby.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna get another championship.
That's what everybody said last year. Iowa's going to be a trap game. They got Iowa, Michigan State. They're going to dominate. Michigan State is the team that fell way off. We shouldn't even be having them even in conversation. So Oklahoma is going to be. They're going to beat Oklahoma. They're going to beat
close the season with
Indiana's.
Michigan, huh?
Indiana's going to be a trap game. Indiana's a trap game for everybody. Penn State's a trap game, and Iowa's a big trap game to me. The reason why I say Iowa's a trap game because you never know what you're going to get out of an Iowa football team.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, they're great. They have a great coach and everything.
Did you see the internet freak out about Urban Meyer having a little stubble on his face?
Stubble on his face.
Stubble, like, a little, like what I got going on a little bit. Like,
Oh, they feel like, oh, is he sick? Is he stressing? They start thinking stuff
they
like
were
that.
freaking out about it.
Oh, calm down.
I
calm
know,
down.
man. This day and age, it's getting a little
Take the
ridiculous.
thing. I mean, everybody needs a story.
Got a little stubble on his face, and people are like, "Oh my God, look at that! He's never had that before." He always has a clean shaven face.
So right quick before we run the break, what other Big Ten team would you most likely want to watch?
I don't watch a lot of college football, but I always try to keep my eye on Michigan just to see where they are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's the big rivalry game, and it's going to close the season out, so that's going to be good. So I'm going to keep my eye on Michigan, see where they're at.
Outside of my bias
I was throwing you a bone there, man.
Outside of my bias on the Michigan part, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Penn State. Reason I'm gonna say Penn State because they have a lot of starters coming back and a lot of experience coming back, and they accomplished a lot last year. And they played a hell of a Rose Bowl game against
I'd like
USC.
to see teams other than the ones that people always.
I like the
talk about making
underdogs.
it on.
Penn State
Yeah.
was an underdog
I
last
like
year,
underdogs,
and they came up as underdogs and they dominated.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to see teams like that. But teams got to watch out for a Lovie Smith coached Illinois team. Lovie Smith is gonna have that team playing hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Lovie Smith is a really good coach. He got a raw deal in the NFL, but hey,
It's part of the business. It's a business game. He's still head coaching out here. He's still out here. He can change some lives coaching these young kids. And he's also a recruiting tip. When you got a former NFL coach teaching your team, okay, he knows what it takes for you to get to the NFL. Knows
just
know
like
what
the
it takes.
Alabama guy.
Knows the workout exactly. So
His name is
when you go to Illinois, you know you're gonna have that knowledge to be NFL ready. So it's going to be a real good experience. But Big Ten this year, it's not stacked. Big Ten is never stacked. Wisconsin's going to fall off a lot because they lost a lot of starters on defense and offense. J.J. Watt's brother's gone.
T.J.
Watt's gone. They lost a lot of linebackers. Those star linebackers that they had. Wisconsin's going down. Iowa, not too sure what to get out of Iowa. That's one team I don't know about. Penn State's going to be up there. Maryland's garbage. Illinois, don't know what they're going to get out of them. Lovie Smith coaching. It's a lot of questions in the Big Ten. When we come back, we're going to get into some MLB at the top of the second hour. Everybody, we got to take a break from football now. This whole first hour is dominated by the football.
It's making me sad, man.
Yeah, we'll get back into it, but we got to cover this other stuff too.
I
Break
know.
the house.
Let's do it.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio from across the country. From Miami to Denver to Chicago and Cleveland. You'll hear all the top shows from all of our college stations. For more information on the Ohio Media School, go to BeOnAir.com. Be On Air Network, bringing you the best college radio has to offer.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
Oh, wait.
IO.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Attention gamers. You want to play video games, right? But you want to show the world.
The world, Craig.
Well, Ohio Media presents Next Level Education. Join our live Twitch stream from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Friday. Learn how to stream and play video games all at the same time.
Say what?
Now that's what I call Next Level Education. Next Level Education. Brought to you by the Ohio Media School.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio from across the country. From Miami to Denver to Chicago and Cleveland. You'll hear all the top shows from all of our college stations. For more information on the Ohio Media School, go to beonair.com. Be On Air Network, bringing you the best college radio has to offer.
The Ohio Media School wants you to be part of the first ever Mastermind Exhibition on August 17th, 2017 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the Columbus campus. We are teaming up with experts in radio, television, and digital media to help you identify, entertain, and leverage an audience to promote your personal brand. This year's theme is BYOA, Bring Your Own Audience. Don't miss the first ever Mastermind Exhibition on August 17th, 2017 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Ohio Media School. The Score wants to make you, you, a winner. Each week, ScoreOnAir.com is giving away a prize pack that'll knock your socks off.
Ouch, hey, that hurt.
How? First of all, like us on Facebook. And every Monday, we will pin up a post to the top of our feed, updating you on what the week's prize and contest details are. Now here, take your socks back. A winner will be selected every week at 7 p.m. Friday on our combat sports show, Tyson's Punch-Out. So give us a call or text to get qualified. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. Here's how to qualify. Message us on Facebook at Your Score On Air or Twitter, also at Your Score On Air with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth. Or you could just simply call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to qualify to win T-shirts, sporting memorabilia, and more. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
The Cincinnati Reds notched a 9-1 win over the Pirates on Tuesday, August 1st. Rookie right fielder Jesse Winker contributed by swatting his first home run in the Bigs. This was the fourth time the Reds' number 6 prospect has been called up this season, and Winker appreciates the opportunity to contribute to the club.
It's huge. You know, it's something you wait for ever since you're a kid. It's the opportunity to play in the big leagues and get the opportunity to show that you belong and that you can help contribute. So just going to take it day by day and play hard and see where the chips fall.
The Reds play 2 more games in Pittsburgh before beginning a 3-game homestand against St. Louis. In a memorable game at Fenway, the Tribe fell 12-10 on a walk-off 3-run homer by Red Sox catcher Christian Vazquez. The seesaw game was back and forth between the two clubs and saw a contender for Catch of the Year when the Indians' Austin Jackson jumped into Boston's bullpen to rob Hanley Ramirez of a home run. The Tribe holds first place in the AL Central by 2 games. They will host the Yankees at home for 4 games starting on Thursday. And legendary Notre Dame football coach Ara Parseghian has died at age 94. He won national titles in 1966 and 1973 and retired in 1974 with a record of 95, 17, and 4. He was known as one of the holy trinity of Notre Dame's coaches, along with Newt Rockne and Frank Leahy. This has been Monger Squiz with your Score Center update.
You're listening to the home of the latest sports news and updates in Columbus.
Streaming live on YouTube and the worldwide TuneIn Radio app. This is ScoreOnAir.com.
Little technical difficulties out here on Free in the House.
They don't know. They don't know unless you tell them. They don't know unless you tell them.
Gotta give a shout out to Joe, man.
Shout out to Joe.
Going good.
DJ Ski.
Keep your head up, Ski.
Hope everything's going all right with you. You know we always got love for you here.
Hopefully you'll be back soon, man. Miss those hot takes.
Mm-hmm. This is the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score. Stay tuned.
The Score.
Or tune in on the TuneIn app.
TuneIn app. Search Score on Air.
And you can find us. Bring the house. You know the show by now, and if you don't, you must be very smart because you're a very smart person.
Yeah.
I would never disrespect anybody on air.
You do that.
I would never do that. Baseball.
Baseball. Okay.
Well, first of all, let's start off with a question.
Okay.
Indians, are they in the same position as they were last year?
You know, it's very similar actually because they kind of had a fall off and then
Yeah.
they're like a roller coaster, man.
They have these streaks that they have. They run these streaks.
They're 5-5 in the last 10, so that's
That's 500. Yeah. I mean, overall they're still in the run. They're still ahead of in their division.
They're up by 2 games. They're 59.
Up by 2 games. Yeah, up by 2 games in the division. They're still in the driver's seat to make the playoffs. Yep. But are they compared to last year at this point in the season? Are they really? I was
more comfortable with the team last year
than you are the team this year.
The pitchers aren't as good as they were last year at this point, but there's still like 50-some games left, so they could pick it up. Some people think that they might even miss the playoffs.
I mean, if they, I guess it's at this point with their up 2 games, it's all about having the wrong losing streak at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the right time. I mean, right now they can afford a losing streak. If they was going to have one, right now would be the one to have it.
When it comes down to like 20-some games left, that's when it's really going to matter.
That's when it's like losing streaks are unacceptable. You have to be above 500 at all times within a 10-game stretch. At all times, you got to be above 500 those last two tens.
Astros are still in the top in the AL. The NL, of course, the Dodgers, man, they have 79 wins. They are 9-1.
Which they just shut out the New York Mets.
Dude,
they are on a roll. They may be the best team since sliced bread.
I like to see that though. I like that. The Dodgers, man.
They're 43-7. They're on a 43-7 streak. That's the best record in 50 games by a team since 1912.
43-7 in the last.
43-7 in the last 50 games. No other team had a better record since 1912. You know how long ago that is? I don't even know.
Over 100.
I don't even know who was the president in 1912.
Do you want me to look that up?
Let's not. While the historians out there,
I'm curious.
They'd be like, "What? You don't know? You don't know who the president was?" But they are killing the league, and right now they are the team to beat. They're in the driver's seat. While the storied Yankees, they had a little winning streak. But they're being mediocre right now.
William Howard Taft. There you go.
William Howard Taft?
William Howard Taft.
Wow. Is that the fat one?
He's pretty big.
Yeah, that's the fat guy. I think that's the fat guy with the tub. That's the fat guy that had the tub. They had to get a tub for his size because he was so big.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
I remember that because I made fun of him when I was in history class because he had to get a tub, the custom-made tub to match his size because he was too big for the tub in the White House.
You should have just got a shower.
Exactly, but I guess they wasn't bright enough back then.
Man, that's 105 years ago.
That's last time. 43-7. That's history. And they just beat New York. They shut out New York to do it. 8-0.
What's going on with not the Indians, the Yankees, man?
I feel like the Yankees they're trying to. they just beat the Indians 8-1. So it's like they're trying to. I feel like they're just going through this mediocre struggle.
They got like practically the same record as the Indians, except for one extra loss.
I feel like they're going through this mediocre struggle. It's like they want to get back to the dominance they was. They got the players to do it. They got Sanchez and Judge. They got the two players to do it. They also got other pieces added on. I feel like they want to get back to glory, but it's hard for them to really get back. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on being a Yankee. I guess for people being Yankees fans, they always got these expectations that they got to win the championship every year. They blame it on Derek Jeter, and
they've been like that.
Rodriguez and all those legendary names that played for the Yankees. Blame it on all them because they put the expectations high for Judge and Sanchez and Jacoby. All those players, they put the real pressure on them. Now they are out here trying to live up to an expectation that's pretty much with the roster that they have right now. They can't really live up to it because those Yankee teams were powered. They had a lot of power, a lot of star power, a lot of attention. We were talking about pitchers, hitters, outfielders, shortstop, third base. They had players that dominated their sport.
I love to see the Yankees fail. I'm sorry.
You're pretty sure you're not the only one. There's a lot of the Yankees are like the Patriots.
Yeah,
the Patriots of the baseball history.
Yeah,
people just don't like them. I mean, if Derek Jeter was still playing, Derek Jeter would be like he's like Tom Brady. People just don't. People don't even. Sometimes people don't even know why they don't like him.
He was with the Yankees his whole career, right?
Yeah,
that's pretty rare for athletes these days.
His whole career. Derek Jeter, he was with the Yankees his whole career, but he switched up. No, he switched up on his personal life a lot. But he was always a Yankee at heart.
So this guy, Darren Daulton.
Rest in peace, the Philly legend, the all-star catcher. Darren Daulton died at 55 of his battle with cancer.
4-year battle with brain cancer.
Of course, so our prayers always go out to people's families who are also struggling through similar issues like that. He played for the Phillies. The Phillies love him.
Mm-hmm.
They won the NL championship back in 1993. So those who don't watch baseball wouldn't know who he is. But he is a Phillies legend. I'm pretty sure those baseball fans in Philly would like to give you a little history lesson because they're adamant about their Phillies, their Philadelphia Eagles and 76ers. They love their teams in Philadelphia. They are loyal. They are loyal to the fans. Rest in peace to.
He ended up getting traded to the Marlins, and then in '97 they won a Super Bowl, and then that's when he retired. A Super Bowl, World Series.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the football on my mind.
So he had to like
he retired.
He had like the great going away party by winning the championship, and then retired. So rest in peace to him. Also, rest in peace to
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving's Cavs career. Because he's not going to be a Cav anymore. There's been talks that he's been in a 3-team trade between the Clippers and Suns for Drew Bledsoe to be a Cav. Which I don't.
What do you think about that?
Drew Bledsoe's he's a good player. He's a good young player. He's explosive.
What position does he play?
He's a point guard.
Oh, he's a point.
He's an explosive point guard. He's a high flyer. He's a great dunker. He's an aggressive point guard. But
is he good at defense?
Yeah, he's probably a better defensive player than Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
the only issue is you can't get the same production on offense.
That's okay.
So it's almost like it's a balance out. But I'm pretty sure they don't need that same production on offense. But it is something to pay attention to and look forward to. But we're also going to keep you updated on that Kyrie Irving whole ordeal because it's going to get crazy. Because this week we're taking a break from all the Mayweather talk and McGregor talk.
I saw this little documentary episode on YouTube about that. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot, but we're trying to take breaks from that. We're going to get back to that because the closer the fight gets to, that's when we're really going to start trying to dig into that. This next segment coming up, we're going to deal with these the Female Teen World Series.
Yeah,
the Female Teen World Series tournament. It was about a young team went down to Kirkland. Kirkland is a city that is hosting the World Series this year, and they got disqualified. We'll tell you why they got disqualified coming up next.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Nasty Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Does your son or daughter struggle with nerves when it comes to competing in sports? If so, it's important to know that this is perfectly normal. In fact, professional athletes struggle with the very same anxieties that your son or daughter does while competing. Nerves are a result largely because of cognitive appraisals, and what that means is how we perceive things often dictates how our bodies will respond. You might want to think of this as fight or flight. In fact, when I work with athletes, I ask them, do they view pressure situations as challenges or do they see them as threats? If they view them as challenges, they often gain confidence, sharpen their focus, and become even more motivated to succeed. But if they see the situation as threatening, that's when anxiety creeps in and usually compounds matters. So it's important that you look at skills that can help, including deep breathing, using imagery, and reminding your child of the importance of positive self-talk.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit BeOnAir.com.
Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a new career? Not just a job, but a fulfilling career? If you want to work in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production, you need to check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus today. Their updated radio and television broadcasting program will even have you ready to work in a field you'll love in just 8 months. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios today to see it for yourself. Visit BeOnAir.com. That's BeOnAir.com.
The Ohio Media School presents the inaugural Mastermind Exhibition, brought to you by the Pixel Design Group, Thursday, August 17th, 2017, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. This year's theme is BYOA, Bring Your Own Audience. As a media professional or someone aspiring to be one, you don't want to miss the 3 breakout sessions at Mastermind Exhibition, led by top-notch media professionals that will teach you how to digitize your brand, entertain your audience, find your audience. For more information and to RSVP for this free event, call 614-655-5250 and follow us on all social media platforms. Act now. Seats are limited.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to BeOnAir.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Bring the house. Marshawn Ross, Mr. Shig. We got Matt with me.
Yeah, man.
The new generation of sports talk radio, ScoreOnAir.com, The Score. We're going to get into some stories that I found to be interesting. And
I didn't know about this until today.
Right, especially on the way it was handled. Little League World Series. According to Richmond Times Dispatch, Little League officials are made aware of the photo, which shows several members of the team giving the middle finger to the camera on Saturday morning. It was quickly decided to qualify the team, which consists of girls ages 12 to 14, from further competition.
So they just won a game.
They just
And
won a
then
game in a tournament to move on to the next round in the Little League World Series. This is the females Little League World Series, team 12 to 14 within age.
Yeah, the softball, right?
In Kirkland, Washington. It is in Washington. Kirkland is in Washington. In Kirkland, Washington. And they put up a picture of everybody, of course, holding up the middle finger, saying, "Watch out, host."
6 girls flicking off the camera.
Yeah, saying, "Watch out, host." And it's like, what? In the caption of the camera, of course, some guy said, "Wow, in Kirkland, Washington today, Junior League softball."
That was just so ignorant. Like, come on. With how social media is today,
Social
you know
media
this
today,
stuff's
it was
going to
get blown up. It was going to get blown up pretty quickly. And I don't know if they probably thought it was innocent or wasn't going to be seen, but it was seen by somebody. I don't know if they was using Snapchat or whatever they was using, but it was seen by somebody. So what was said after that, after discovering a recent inappropriate social media post involving members of Alti Little League, Alti Little League's Junior League softball tournament team, that's the team that got disqualified. The Little League International Tournament Committee has removed the Southeast region from the 2017 Junior League Softball World Series for violation of Little League's policies regarding unsportsmanlike conduct, inappropriate use of social media, and the high standard that Little League International holds for all its participants. So that's the statement they released disqualifying the team.
Their coach has to be ticked.
Pissed. Unsportsmanlike contact.
Straight up. Like, what the hell are you thinking?
Here's a nice little twist, though. The Williamsport, the team that they beat.
So did they get to go forward then?
Yeah. I mean, the manager, her name is Scott Curry. Or I don't know if it's he or her.
Scott,
he doesn't really have a picture,
Curry.
so I'm assuming it's a male because it's Scott Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Was clear, stating that the photo reflected poor sportsmanship. It wasn't convinced that the post was enough to justify the disqualification. Now I think that for me personally, I think it is, especially if it's caught on a national level. Like, say if it didn't go on a national level, they could pull the team in and they could talk to the team like, okay, this is inappropriate. But since it was on a national level and it got out there, like it leaked, that photo leaked. It became like a national.
It would look really bad if they
issue. It would look bad if they let them go play as they disrespected.
Yeah.
It basically disrespected the city because it's the host. No, they said host, so people are implying that they were disrespecting the city. Now, the coach for the other team, the Kirkland American team, didn't think it was enough to really disqualify the team, but he did say that it's good to teach a good lesson on the importance of making good decisions and acting responsibly at all times.
I agree.
Sending these teens a message, these preteens or whatever you want to call them, sending them a message especially about social media use. This should be on a national level. They should be made. I don't think they should be made like a national example, but some type of example should be made.
These girls are only 13, 14 years old, flipping the bird. Like, come on. Like, how irresponsible is that?
Yeah. Listen, I wonder what to do with their parents. They get home with the parents.
They disqualified themselves. So the team that they beat must be like, yeah.
Yeah, because they're going to the next round. Yeah. And they lost.
Thank you.
But you know what? They lost the battle, but they won the war. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy on that behalf. Other stories that we have.
What's this track stuff here? What do you got?
I got Usain Bolt was shocked in the Farewell World Championships at the 100-meter dash.
Okay.
2 dudes beat him.
2 dudes beat Bolt?
Christian Coleman is probably the upcoming fastest man in the world. He went to Tennessee University. He's a college national champion in the 100-yard dash. Christian Coleman is going to be a name that everybody should get familiar with in the United States because he is fast. He came in second, though. Justin Gatlin. He won a 100-yard meter championship back in 2004. He's 35 years old.
Ooh.
And he beat Usain Bolt.
Wow. How old is Usain Bolt?
He ran a 9.92. A 9.92. And Christian Coleman ran a 9.94. So it was like splitting hairs. The race was so intense. It was close. I rewatched it. It started out off the blocks. Christian Coleman beat everybody off the blocks at least by 5 yards. And then Justin Gatlin caught up with Usain Bolt, was catching up, and then just in the lead in, it was a picture. It was like a photo finish. Justin Gatlin just barely made it.
By a hair.
He's been chasing Usain Bolt for the past 10 years.
So Usain must be getting up there too.
Hussein's retiring. It was his farewell. It was his last race. Some people think he should have never raced. He should have stopped. But I guess he felt like he had one more left in him, which you can't blame him.
He only got third.
And he lost.
He made the podium.
Justin Gatlin is 35 years old. Could he be the oldest Olympic champion? No one knows, but that's to be that age. Christian Coleman is only in his 20s. He's only like 20, 21 years old.
Well, yeah, he's definitely gonna be up.
So next in the future, he's the next guy in the future to really dominate the sport after Justin Gatlin retires and Usain Bolt is retiring. It's his retirement party. It was his last hoorah.
He's 30 years old.
But he's retiring. Track can take a lot out of your body. We were talking about working out and all that stuff. So I can see why. It's because you're running. You're training. The training is intense. People don't see the training. They just see this 10 seconds.
If you've ever been on a track team, you should know.
Yeah, they see the 10 seconds of them running out there on the track. But training is intense for track stars.
Yeah.
I mean, every day they're out there pushing it. Speed, tempo, build your endurance. So I can see why they're retiring. It's amazing for Justin Gatlin to be 35 years old.
Yeah, and is that a record that he did?
No, it wasn't a world record because the world record still Usain Bolt holds with a 9.57. He ran the fastest 100 ever. But Usain Bolt was getting up there in age. He was suffering some injuries when it comes down to like hamstring issues. But to run a 9.95 with some injuries, and he getting old, he'll take it because not many people in the world can run. Not many people in the world can run a 10.9.
Wait a minute. As drug, look, I see this article here. It says Usain Bolt beaten in last solo race as drug cheat Justin Gatlin, and then
So people think Justin Gatlin cheat, but no, I respect Justin Gatlin.
Justin Gatlin gate crashes world. So what? As drug cheat? So did he cheat earlier on in his career or something?
That's a conversation for another day. I respect Justin Gatlin. I don't know. He's been at the top for a long time. Like in the top 3 when it came down to the races, he's been at the top for a while, and it'd be consistent. That man works hard. So those races, Usain Bolt done with the track. So who's going to be the new Olympic champion when we get back? When we come back to the Great Olympics?
I think it's going to be that kid, man. Because Gatlin's getting up there.
Young. He is young. Gatlin may not even run in the Olympics.
Yeah, I don't think. By
the time the Olympics come around, he may be like 38?
Yeah,
30 something, 39, 40.
I think it's going to be this kid.
He's Christian like Coleman is the next star in the track world. So I also got another story I want to get into before we get into break. I was looking up this story and I just happened to find out on this quarterback, Quentin Flowers. He plays for South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very talented quarterback. Hit the struggles that he had to go through with his family to get to where he is today. I feel like it was worth talking about. He lost both of his parents. He lost both of his parents at a young age.
At the same time?
I don't know about it at the same time. It wasn't at the same time. I know. I remember. I'm reading this story right here, and I seen it. And it was like he lost his father in a drive-by shooting.
Oh God!
At the age of 17, he was an orphan.
How did his mom die?
Let's see. Let me read. It said man's didn't left on Flowers, and his brother was cancer, slowly killing her. She had cancer.
Damn.
So the man turned all this. I want to bring this story up because the man turned all this negativity into something powerful. He's a very good athletic quarterback for South Florida.
How old is he?
South Florida. He's not old. I figure he's a sophomore.
Sophomore, okay.
Sophomore for South Florida. He's playing pretty well. His family went through all these struggles. He had all these tragedies, and it's a story to look up. I shared it. I'll share it again on the Facebook page for people to go check it out. But it's a story that I want everybody to check out real quick because I don't want to get too deep into it. It's kind of depressing, but at the same time it's inspirational. But I don't want to change the mood all crazy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Still want to keep it a little light here.
Yeah. So hopping on to the next story. UCF kicker. Have you read about that story?
Mm-mm.
UCF kicker. He was a YouTube sensation. The NCAA wanted him to give up YouTube because he was at football. He was a scholarship athlete.
What is with the NCAA? They just trying to control every little aspect of these guys' lives.
Yeah,
he's not allowed to have a YouTube.
And he
channel?
chose YouTube. He chose YouTube over the NCAA rules.
How can you not have a YouTube channel and still do football if you want? And you can do the YouTube stuff on your own time. That is so stupid.
Yeah, but he was getting paid for it because he made it to a certain level.
So
he was getting paid for it. And that was his source of income. So I think NCAA is basically ruining his future.
That is, oh my gosh, that makes me so mad, dude.
They labeled him ineligible because he's accepting YouTube. So now how is he going to pay for school? They basically put this man in a predicament right now.
That is a completely separate thing. Like, okay, so what kind of videos did he make? Or were they saying that he was
just regular YouTube videos, and he started making it big, and they started paying him.
So what?
And he needs the. Of course, he's a college student. He needs the money. Man got to eat. That's his source of income.
That's like saying you can't be a waiter at a restaurant because you're getting paid. You know, it is so dumb.
It's the world we live in. NCAA always wants the hands in everybody's pockets. But out of the norm segment coming up next. Stay tuned, everybody. This is Bring the House.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great. That's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts.
Fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time. Whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying.
Chip Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE. And we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes, hand in hand, with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio from across the country. From Miami to Denver to Chicago and Cleveland. You'll hear all the top shows from all of our college stations. For more information on the Ohio Media School, go to BeOnAir.com. Be On Air Network, bringing you the best college radio has to offer.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Bring the House on the new generation of sports talk radio. This is Marshawn Ross.
And it's Matt here.
Matt with me. This is the Out of the Norm segment. So,
my favorite segment.
What you got for me this week?
You know, Madden is coming out soon, and I'm really excited.
The Madden ratings?
All of the ratings have been released.
All of them?
Yeah, so what do you want to know?
For every position?
Everybody. You know, it's really interesting. I'm looking at this. The Browns, they have Cody Kessler, Deshaun Kaiser, Brock Osweiler. Everyone knows this. It was, well, maybe not everybody, but they are all rated the same.
What?
Can you guess what their rating is?
76.
Man, that's so close. 75.
75?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They're all 75.
I think they're a little high.
Oh!
But Jabril Peppers, I did look at that. He's 81.
Jabril Peppers right now on this is 76.
76? Okay, I guess it's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad. Yeah, I'll take that as a rookie. Yeah.
Best players, Joe Thomas, 92. Let's see here. Jason McCourty, 81. All right, well, he's getting up there, too. Joe Hayden's only 81.
Joe Hayden, only 81?
Yeah.
That is a slap in the face.
Is this real?
Joe Hayden, oh, man. I love Joe Hayden.
Let me see. I'm gonna find
A healthy Joe Hayden is a Pro Bowler.
Wait, the Bears, real quick. I gotta look to see if they changed this.
Talking
Mitchell
about
Trubisky.
his changing his rating.
They better have,
because he better not be in the 80s. I swear to Bob.
Oh my God, I know.
I swear to Bob. I would edit everything in his life.
Mitchell Trubisky, 77. Okay,
I guess since he's a first round pick, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because since he's a top pick, I'll give him he's a top pick, so I'll give him a 77, a high 70s. But he can't go any higher. Look at Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams?
What is Jamal Adams? Is he in the 80s? He should be.
Sorry, for the Bears?
No, Jamal Adams for Jets. Jamal Adams should be.
Jamal Adams. He is 81 overall.
Yeah, I believe he should be.
Dude, you're LA Rams.
Oh man.
You got a 99 overall player. Who do you think it is?
Oh yeah, Aaron Donald. I already know.
Aaron Donald,
the best defensive lineman in the game right now.
Man,
the most dominant right now.
Then there's a big drop off. It goes to your left tackle, 89.
It's a big drop off. What is Todd Gurley?
Todd Gurley's 85.
85? I guess he had a down year. I can see why.
Tavon Austin. That's still pretty good.
Tavon. What is Tavon?
He's 81. Where's your quarterback?
I guess he's probably like a 72 or something like that. Quarterbacks
He's
are
not
garbage.
even up on that. I actually have to scroll down.
Quarterbacks are garbage. He's probably like a 72. He better be no higher than 74.
He's 73.
70. I was close.
You were close.
It's because I don't know how long that's gonna last.
I'm curious about this too.
I don't know how far that's gonna last. Madden 18, or you can get the GOAT edition for Madden. Comes out 3 days earlier.
Yeah, but if you have like that EA Access thing,
you can play it. It's like a demo
you
version.
get like 10 hours.
Yeah, it's like a demo version. I'm planning on getting that. By the way,
me and my buddy, we got it all planned out. We're going to play it together that night.
When does that come out? The early version.
The 25th.
No, not the game.
The early version.
Talk about the demo, 10 hours.
I'm not sure exactly.
So I think they did for 17. No, it wasn't for 17. It was for 16. I know it was like a week earlier.
Yeah, but we got 10 it all hours planned out. We're not going to do the early thing. We're just maybe we'll do it because that day instead of waiting until midnight. But we're just going to go straight into the game, fantasy draft. Just go in, no practice.
Go right in there.
Yep.
I was with my buddy who was playing PS4. We was doing the draft champions.
Okay.
We was doing draft champions, and I swear I had the best roster. I had Brandon Marshall, Dez
Is that
Bryant.
one where you could pick like?
Yeah, they have cards.
There
that
might
pop
be like
up.
a legendary
player
you can get.
Pick one.
Yeah.
I had Brandon Marshall, my wide receiver.
Like 5 games.
3.
Is it
like
3?
a 3 games? I had Brandon Marshall was my receiver. Dez Bryant on the other side. I had as my running back. My running backs wasn't strong, so I'm not even going to mention them. I had Tom Brady at quarterback. I had a legendary offensive line. My linebackers were legendary. I had Earl Thomas at my safety. I had Deion Sanders at my corner.
Ooh.
And I had Patrick Peterson on the other side. I dominated.
You had
safe
Leon,
to say,
Sandcastle?
Leon Sandcastle.
You remember that?
Yeah, the whole commercial.
Yeah.
Safe to say, I dominated. So I had fun with that. I usually don't play draft champions. I usually don't play mutts, stuff like that.
I only did it a couple times. I wasn't very good.
Whenever
at it.
I usually don't play that. If I play draft champions, I like to play somebody. I usually look forward to playing somebody with draft champions, and that's what I did. But I usually don't play it like online. And if I play online, it got to be like a single, like a regular. I got my regular team. You got the regular team, and we just play that way.
That's how I like to do it.
I don't like all the mix and match.
I like ticking people off, beating them with the Browns because they always quit.
I beat the Rams. People be on the earpiece like, "Oh, the Rams? Are you really about to get beat?" And they'll choose a team like the Raiders or something like that, and I end up dominating them.
I did this one where because the game still had Johnny Manziel on it, you know. the last year's one. And I was playing with Johnny Manziel, and this guy was getting so mad.
When I played with Johnny Manziel, I used to destroy.
He was actually really good.
I destroyed teams because he could run.
Mm-hmm.
He could throw on the run. That was his specialty. So when I used to run, I used to roll out to the outside, cut back, scramble back the other way, and throw on the run. You know how the receiver was zigzag.
He got a cannon in that game.
Oh, they was pissed. I utilized Manziel. My brother used to draft him on every. He used to pick him up on, trade him on every team he was.
My buddy got so into it, he would before they had like that sleeve feature, you know. Like Manziel always had the one sleeve. He would like really customize it like with the band and like and all this to make it look like he had the sleeve.
Took it to the core. Oh man, it's Madden season, guys.
I'm excited, man.
Madden is back. Now a team other than the
okay. What do you think Marshawn Lynch's rating is?
I would say I can't put him in the 90s because
he's not in the 90s.
I can say I can't put him in the 90s because he ain't play a whole year. I say about 80, 84, 85.
85.
85? I was right. How about his truck? He got his trucking rating on there.
Let me look here for you.
His trucking rating, like what, 95 or something like that?
By the way, Derek Carr is 89.
I believe it.
All right, so trucking. There it is. All right, let's see. Marshawn Lynch. Drag it over. 94.
94. See, that's what I need.
82.
Because I like the power run with running back.
This team's going to be fun to play with, man.
The most overrated player. Actually, I'm not going to say player. I'm going to say receiver. Most overrated receiver, I believe, is Dez Bryant. He's 90.
You mean for stats for in the game? Oh yeah, wasn't he like 97?
He was 91. 91. He was 91. I think in 918.
I don't know why I thought he was that high.
I feel like he's the most overrated player because he had a down past couple years. Past few years, actually.
Well, he did pretty good last year.
Yeah, but he didn't produce to the Dez Bryant level that we're used to seeing. 91, I don't believe he's 91 good. Mike Evans is better than Dez Bryant right now. Mike Evans is a monster in the real world. On Madden, they may downplay him a little bit, but in the real world, Mike Evans is a dominant feature. I loved him coming out.
Yeah.
So I feel like they should have had a few people rated higher than him. He's 91. Okay, I'll accept that. He should have been more like an 88, 87. Julio Jones should be like a 99.
Julio Jones, I'd look for that.
Beckham should be like a 95.
Let me see here what we got. Deshaun Watson is 76 overall. All right.
That's not bad. Not bad for him. I accept that.
Who did you say? I was going to look up. I forgot already.
Dez Bryant? Was it Dez Bryant?
No. Oh, I can look at that too.
Julio Jones? Julio Jones should be rated very high.
Let's see.
Very high. He should be probably one of the highest rated receivers in the game. If any game, it should be this game.
Best player on the team, 98 overall. Matt Ryan, 96 overall.
96?
Yeah, 96 overall.
96?
Yeah.
Oh, he must have earned his stripes.
He only played really, really good last year.
Tom Brady, 99. Of course, we all seen that coming. The 40-year. He just turned 40, by the way, last weekend. Just turned 40.
Mm-hmm.
Last weekend. He's 99 overall. He must be the oldest, highest-rated player in Madden ever. Ever. Like, ever. Ever in life. The oldest, highest-rated player.
What about, like, those like, you know, like Ray Lewis? He was always up there, like,
yeah, he never played until he was 40. He played until he was like, what, 34, 35.
I'm not sure how long he went.
He went till he was like 34, 35, then he retired. Tom Brady's 40 years old.
You might be right about that.
Tom Brady's 40 years. He's 40 years old, and he's 99 in Madden. He got to be the oldest, highest-rated player ever in Madden history. Because other than that, it got to be like a coach. Like Adam Vinatieri was highly rated. He was like, what, in the 80s or something like that?
You want to count the kickers, though? Because they play till they're like 70 years old.
Kickers don't count. Because kickers don't count. Like, you would now, if Brett Favre was in a game, you're like, okay, Brett Favre counts. Because he played until he was like, what, 41 or something like that.
Yeah, but he was never 99.
Yeah, he was never 99 because Tom Brady, of course, just came off a championship at 39 years old. He's the oldest, highest-rated player in Madden history. And I feel like it's going to be cheating. Wow. Malcolm Butler deserves his rating.
Wow, 92.
I feel like Malcolm Butler deserves his rating.
Devin McCourty, 92.
Devin McCourty deserves his rating. Every Patriot defensive back deserve every rating they have coming to them because they play good. They play hard. They play their lights out.
Josh Gordon is on the Browns still. He's 78 overall. Jesus.
They still have him on the Browns in a game? Really?
Yeah.
Is he still a Brown?
Yeah. Well,
that's cheating because you know why I don't like that?
Suspended.
Because when I play Browns in a computer, watch Josh Gordon is always going to be a problem to guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not anymore. He's only 78.
No, he'll still be a problem. Because his height.
Size
matters.
He's got 90 speed.
Read up on the game. He got what?
90 speed.
What's his acceleration?
Acceleration is 89. His catching is
The man
84.
Man hasn't played in I don't know how long. Why is he still
I can't
on
get
Madden?
into it like that. Like, whenever I do my own little personal season, I play it, like, realistically.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not gonna
why
have
is
Josh
that's what I'm
Gordon
saying. Like why
play.
is he like sometimes even before I take him off the roster because he hasn't played in I don't know how long. But Madden 18, go get it. If you want the early versions, we'll have more information coming to you about the 10-hour demo thing coming up with the EA access. Don't forget, Madden 18, what, 26th, 25th?
25th.
August 25th.
Be Friday.
And if
And
you
then
want the
Saturday,
GOAT
the
edition,
big
you want the
fight.
GOAT edition, you can get it 3 days earlier. This is Bring the House.
This is Reflog 18, and you are listening to Score on Air.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit beonair.com today to get started. That's beonair.com.
What's good, Big Game James?
How you feeling, D.O. Jr.?
My guy, I'm super excited. High school sports is starting back, man.
Man, I'm even more excited because we got this new show starting. Tell the people what we doing, D.O. Jr.
Man, we starting the Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS.
That's right. We're covering football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and track and field. If it's in season, we own it.
Hey, you know we do this for the kids, man. You can listen live by going to scoreonair.com via the TuneIn app or watch us streaming live by going to the Score on Air YouTube channel,
The COHSS, giving you nothing less, showcasing Central Ohio's best.
I'm Jake Safranco with your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Now here's the Sports Doc, Dr. Chris Stankovich.
Probably not a week goes by where we don't hear of some story in the sports world about an athlete using steroids or some other performance-enhancing drug. Unfortunately, a lot of these same stories have trickled down to youth sports, and we see an increasing number of kids turning to different means and measures to help improve their sport performance. Steroids, HGH, and even some of the ADHD drugs like Vyvanse, Adderall, and Ritalin have been used to improve focus and on-field performance. It's important that parents watch what their kids are taking, especially when it comes to nutritional supplements. Keep in mind these are not governed by the FDA, and in many cases we don't have enough research to tell whether there will be long-term negative effects. Train right, eat right, do moderate weight training and solid cardio work, and you'll be in the best position to get the most out of your youth sport experience.
This has been your Sports Doc Minute, brought to you by the OHSAA and the Ohio Media School. Enrolling now, visit beonair.com.
The Score wants to make you, a winner. Each week, ScoreOnAir.com is giving away a prize pack that'll knock your socks off.
Ouch, hey, that hurt.
How? First of all, like us on Facebook, and every Monday we will pin up a post to the top of our feed, updating you on what the week's prize and contest details are. Now here, take your socks back. A winner will be selected every week at 7 p.m. Friday on our combat sports show, Tyson's Punch-Out. So give us a call or text to get qualified. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. Here's how to qualify. Message us on Facebook at Your Score on Air or Twitter, also at Your Score on Air with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth. Or you can just simply call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to qualify to win T-shirts, sporting memorabilia, and more. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score. The Ohio Media School wants you to be part of the first ever Mastermind exhibition on August 17th, 2017 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the Columbus campus. We are teaming up with experts in radio, television, and digital media to help you identify, entertain, and leverage an audience to promote your personal brand. This year's theme is BYOA, bring your own audience. Don't miss the first ever Mastermind exhibition on August 17th, 2017 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Ohio Media School.
Bring the House. This is Mr. Shig, Marshawn, and got Matt here in the background with me, standing up on his feet.
This day went by fast.
It did go by fast.
It's kind of good because I'm ready to munch down on some food.
I'm hungry too. I got to make a couple runs, a couple places, go see a couple things. What'd you think about the show?
I enjoyed it. It was good. I enjoy every show we do, Marshawn. You know,
Pretty much.
But yeah, I really enjoyed talking the Madden ratings today. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I did not realize that they released the full
I didn't know they released. I knew it's like the wide receivers, DBs, running backs. I did not know they released the full ratings yet.
The full thing all the way.
I guess it's getting real serious now. Getting real close to these games. These games are coming out.
I'm really irritated by that kid who had to choose YouTube or his college. That is so stupid to me. That really makes me mad.
Yeah, I put the story up on the Facebook page for those who want to check it out. But he had to choose. He chose this YouTube career that's making him money.
Yeah.
Over college football. 'Cause, I mean, how else is he supposed to eat? So it was kind of rough to NCAA to make him choose against that. And Jay Cutler, who would you choose? Of course, we both said Colin Kaepernick, only because he's more of a proven record and much more of a winning NFL history.
Yeah, if you just go and you're like, you know what? Forget it. I don't care about all the extra stuff. I know he's going to get questioned. My players are going to get questioned. But if you need a talented player, freaking player, man.
Your starting quarterback went down. He's down for season. You need a quarterback that knows starting and that's been there. And Colin Kaepernick been to the Super Bowl. He's been to the playoffs. He's produced. Jay Cutler is very talented. Don't get me wrong. Jay Cutler's very talented.
Yeah, but he's past his prime.
He's way past his prime, and he's a gunslinger.
I wonder if he's still even in football shape.
The man, I don't know it. You don't know what you're going to get out of Jay Cutler.
That's
what? Basically it.
We didn't really talk about the inductees of the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame inductees.
Did you watch any of that? Because I didn't.
I watched the Hall of Fame game. I watched the they talked to him and talked about that stuff. The Damian Thomason and Terrell Davis probably the highlight, and Kurt Warner because he's the former St. Louis Ram.
Yeah.
The Kurt Warners, those are the highlights. I'm looking for. Jerry Jones, of course.
It's going to be all up on YouTube. I heard Jerry Jones was rocking custom gold shoes.
I mean, Jerry Jones rock whatever he want to rock with the money.
14 karat, maybe.
Yeah, with the money he got. Damian Thomason, probably one of my favorite running backs I ever watched. Kurt Warner, one of my favorite quarterbacks I ever watched.
He said something. There's a show I listened to called Cleveland Browns Daily. And there's a guy on there named Matt Wilhelm who used to play for Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then he played for San Diego. He was a linebacker. And he knew LT. And he said that they were watching. He was watching like ESPN or whatever while he was working out. And you're probably on the treadmill or whatever. And like it showed like highlights of the best running backs. So he like took a snapshot when it showed LT, and he texted him. He's like, "Yeah, man, it's so great to share a uniform with you and watch you do these incredible things." And LT texted back. He said he would trade it all for a Super Bowl.
Right.
He would trade it all for a Super Bowl.
I think I would too, because you get in the game to win championships, not to dominate, not to pad up stats. I think Barry Sanders, with all his accomplishments and all his highlights, I think he'll trade it all. He'll trade it all to win a Super Bowl. Same thing for Dan Marino.
Because if you think about it, you kind of feel like a waste in a sense, because
played
you didn't win it all.
You play to win the game.
There you go.
So.
Class of 2018.
I believe it, but this is stacked. But the only Jerry Jones, of course, he got a few Super Bowl rings. Jerry Jones and Kurt Warner are only Super Bowl champions that was on there. Terrell Davis too. Terrell Davis won a couple.
How do you feel about owners like
in the Hall of Fame?
Making it to the Hall of Fame with a bust and everything?
The reason why you respect Jerry Jones because when he came on the Dallas scene, he fired a legendary coach.
Yeah.
He fired a legendary coach. Everybody thought, "Oh, you're tripping. What's wrong with you?" Because in legendary coach, he won Super Bowls.
Wasn't Tom Landry?
He fired him. Yep, fired Tom Landry, hired Jimmy Johnson, hired a couple other people, and they won championships. And he fired them. He started cleaning house. He traded some star power running backs, Herschel Walker. He traded some star power players.
But then he got Emmitt Smith, so he was.
Then he got Emmitt Smith. These are players that he wanted because Jerry Jones ran that team. If Jerry Jones want Tony Romo to start at quarterback, Tony Romo was gonna start at quarterback. I feel like he deserves it as an owner because his hand in Dallas history is big. He molded Dallas. He remolded Dallas when he bought the team. He cleaned house and he remolded Dallas. Got his guys in there and they won championships.
People say they have the best stadium too.
And he's not afraid to release people. Let alone release people, play people. He's not afraid to speak out. And as an owner in today's world, a lot of owners really don't speak out like Jerry Jones does. A lot of owners don't look out for players like Jerry Jones does.
That's a really good point because, like you said, he runs the team. He's the general manager, and
the type of man Jerry Jones is. One of my favorite quotes from him is, he didn't buy much things for his sons because he wanted his sons to learn how to work hard. He wanted his son, and he doesn't drive a fancy car. Jerry Jones drives a nice little. He doesn't drive a big fancy car. Jerry Jones is a humble guy.
He got a little station wagon.
Yeah, because he came from nothing, came up on some money. So Jerry Jones is he's an honest man, but he's a businessman.
He's got guys that follow him around, and one of them, I don't know if this is all he does, but I remember seeing this video where he took his glasses and handed it to the guy, and the guy pulled out a little rag and started wipe the glasses for him. I wonder how much money that guy makes.
Exactly.
$100 per wipe.
He's paying him good money. Jerry Jones deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Terrell Davis, I think
Terrell Davis was awesome.
He should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago.
Yeah,
Me personally,
awesome.
he should have been in there. Everybody,
I love Terrell Davis.
Terrell Davis should have been in there a long time ago. He was a great running back.
Next year, T.O.?
Nah, I don't know. I know Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is going to get the he's going to be on there next year.
You got Randy Moss on this picture as
Randy
well.
Moss is going to be there next year.
Brian Urlacher.
Brian Urlacher, maybe. I'm not sure.
I can't think of that guy's name, the tackle. What is his name?
Who?
The Indianapolis Colts. The guy on the left of this picture.
The tackle?
Yeah, I know his name, but I can't think of it. You know, he's an offensive tackle.
I'm not completely sure. You know, offensive linemen are like, if it ain't Orlando Pace, it's kind of like I have no clue.
I think, Randy Moss and T.O., that'd be an awesome freaking class.
I think Randy Moss is an automatic bid in. There's nobody that was like Randy Moss. He's probably, athletically, he was the greatest receiver to ever play the game.
No, he was, yeah.
But that may change because when Odell Beckham retires, he may be athletically the greatest receiver to play the game. But Randy Moss was Randy Moss was an animal. He was different. There'll never be a receiver like Randy Moss physically to do the things that he physically did to everybody else.
Do you ever think Chad Johnson will make it?
I think Chad Johnson will make it, but it won't be anytime soon. Because he got the numbers, but
I remember when he was playing for Cincinnati, and he sent the entire Browns locker room Pepto-Bismol before they played.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. and he busted him too.
You want to talk about like the next level?
It was entertainment. He was doing his job.
Yeah.
Chad Johnson, he's going to be a legend. Chad Johnson he's going to. I think 10 years from now, people will look back at Chad Johnson because he does a lot of stuff for the community. I know his social media. He used to travel to fans' houses and play FIFA. Play against them in FIFA.
Yeah, I remember that.
Chad Johnson, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but it's too soon.
Yeah, I agree that
right
it's
now
too
I think
soon,
Terrell Owens deserves it much sooner than Chad Johnson does, but Chad Johnson's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest Bengals.
Marvin Harrison's in, right?
Marvin Harrison's in there.
He's in there, right? Yeah.
He's one of the greatest Bengals players to be a Bengal wide receiver. He's one of the greatest Bengals wide receivers in history ever. He'll forever be at the top line in that when it comes down to Bengals history.
Oh, for Chad Johnson? Yeah, hands down.
But I don't think it's too soon. Way too soon to have conversations about him being in the Hall of Fame. Other than that, on the show for next week, of course, we're going to break down these preseason games, or just the preseason games that we're going to pay attention to, or there's some that I may watch. I'm going to watch some highlights, try to keep up on some rookies, some new players, or let y'all know what I saw because football season's back and we're so excited for it. First game is Wednesday. First game is Wednesday, by the way.
Baby.
Wednesday is the Carolina Panthers in Houston, Texas. Play Wednesday. Look out for Deshaun Watson, Christian McCaffrey to get their debut. They may not play long, so you may have to catch the game at the beginning.
Jeff Saturday.
Oh, Jeff Saturday. Oh, yeah. He played with Peyton Manning all those years.
That was driving me crazy. I had
playing
to
with
find
Peyton Manning all those years. He deserves. He was on the Super Bowl team.
And don't forget, we got Sports Meets Reality coming up with the Wolfman.
Oh,
you don't want to miss out on that.
He on his way in here soon. This is Bring the House. We appreciate everybody for listening.
We will see you.
Everybody stay safe.
Next week, got all kinds of preseason talk, man. The NFL might take up the whole show next week. It
really might. We're going to keep up on the Kyrie and the Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, we'll
Conor McGregor. We'll be back. This is Bring the House.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
The Be On Air Network, bringing you the best of the best in internet radio.